His death left an empty void like the New York City skyline on September 12th. On 9/11, he rushed toward twin caskets, scorching and disintegrating. A trained EMT, he could not ignore a city in cardiac arrest. After months of wondering whether Salman Hamdani was ever coming home, our answer was an American flag and a casket with broken limbs, soot, and flesh found between steel frames. At his funeral, I poured dirt from my hands onto his casket. Grains fell from my fingers like bodies too high in the towers that morning. At his funeral, the frostbite skin of his casket left icicles on my knuckles. But year after year, I learned that colder than his casket was the American flag draped over it. Physics question: if a propeller blade sharp insult is hurled with a drone strike velocity, but the target is Muslim, does the exchange even exist? I was told Pakistan should be wiped off the map 2 months after 9/11, mere nights after his vigil. It lit Boeing 747s under my skin. Decade later, I visit a memorial filled with selfie sticks. I walk self-aware, prepared for confrontation. I know that my sorrow is meant to be silent. Mourning is a non-Muslim privilege. Muslim blood does not soak into concrete on American soil. Anniversaries came, montages of planes and fire, and with them the ignition of rage, angered breath, and not being able to see anyone go. Separation anxiety is a revisited funeral with each goodbye. Wow. And I was exhausted. I sat in physics class, a canvas of formulas and equations. Delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S, Gibbs free energy. With enough expelled heat, increased disorder, a reaction becomes spontaneous. And one day closure happened. Baijan, I no longer desired to refill the Hudson with my tears. Instead, I remembered all the Pokemon cards, all the X-Men games, and all the candy at your dad's store. My mom always knew where to find me. There is a new tower now, and closure is steel beam heavy. Closure is sitting in physics class to be the doctor you could have been. Closure is walking near ground zero. And for a brief moment, I step into your faded footprints. Closure is proclaiming that I can rebuild now. Wow.